everybody. Welcome to the Suburban Stitcher podcast. My name is Diane, and today is December 6th, 2016, the last month of the year. Can you believe it? I totally can't. It is finally a nice cool day here. Yesterday it was like 53 was the high. Woo! It's short-lived. It only happens a day or so. And we only were that cold because it was pouring down rain for 3 days. But we will take the rain and we will take the cold weather where we can get it, right? At least here in Texas. I am so happy to be with you today. It's been about 2 weeks since I recorded, I think maybe exactly. I want to first off thank all returning viewers. If you are coming back to watch me, thank you so much for coming back. I just really appreciate you spending your time with me. And if you are new, thank you so much for coming to watch my show. It is, I don't know, episode 106, 107, 104. I will have already put it at the beginning, so you'll know what it is, even though I don't right now. I am drinking some Teavana tea. It's a blend of some sort. It's sort of like coconut and chocolate-ish black tea. And I say a blend by way of saying that it was 2 of their teas that I mixed together to make one tea. An herbal and a black tea blend. Because I need caffeine. That's what. So hello. That's kind of a long introduction. Sorry. I also want to say thank you so much to everyone who has supported my shop over the last week or two. I have lots of new likes on Instagram, lots of new followers of the shop on Etsy. I had my first yarn update a couple of weeks ago, and it was overwhelmingly, amazingly successful. So thank you all so much. That was really exciting. I am going to talk about more in shop news, but I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It was amazing, and I just love you all so much. Thank you for supporting my little business. Okay, so let's talk about works in progress. Actually, I don't really have any finished objects. I have no finished objects because I have been sewing and dyeing yarn and sewing and dyeing yarn and sewing and dyeing yarn and not a lot of knitting time. So let's just talk about works in progress. Well, this might count as a finish, but I'll just start with this anyway. I finished a blanket square. This is spun right round in, I think it's the Holy Crow colorway, which I bought because when she came out with this colorway, one, I loved that it was like a pseudo marled looking, I don't know, like it sort of looked like it was not marled. What is the it's the yarn that has the flex. You're screaming at me and I can't hear you. Tweed. It's like sort of tweedy looking. Also, I was watching Sons of Anarchy at the time, and Holy Crow just kind of felt like a Sons of Anarchy name to me. So I had to get it. Anyway, I made some socks out of this with that had the heart top. It was Molly's, I can't remember the name, but it was Molly of Homespun House. It was her pattern and it had the heart Fair Isle at the top. And so I had some leftovers and I made a blanket square. And I've pulled 2 colors from my next blanket squares. This one is a Christmas color. This was Yarn Teeny Yarn, who is no longer dyeing. And this is a Alaska Nancy Russian Rainbow leftover. So these will become some of my next blanket squares. So I've been working on that. I finished my first Holly Jolly sock, and this is out of my yarn. This is my sock base, and I'll talk a little bit about my bases at the end of the show, but this is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. It is my favorite and preferred sock base because I like how smooth and even the stitches look, and they're kind of delicate looking. And this is a green, it's just a Kelly green solid-ish. Not totally solid, kettle dyed solid-ish colorway. I made them shorties because I just really wanted to see how they were going to look, and I wanted to move on to the second sock, which I haven't done yet, but I can if I ever decide to. So that's one sock and one whip. Another whip that y'all haven't seen in a while, but I finished this several weeks ago, really before my last episode or two ago. I don't think I showed it as a finished hoe. But this was my only remaining sock whip after Socktober. And this is from a Sock Blank. I'll show you here that I got last year at a local yarn festival, a local Texas dyer called Lone Star Arts. I think I have her. Yes, Vintage Holiday Party. And so this is the Sock Blank. It's just a lot of speckle-tastic. It is glittery, which is fun. So I finished the first sock. I'm really excited about this one because it's super long. I guess I must be channeling my inner Amber yarn hoarder with these long socks. I have my Sucra Miniatures Santa cupcake from last year. And yeah, this one looks really good. Happy with how it looks. And I've started the second one. I have a toe. And this is also a Sucra stitch marker. That's from Halloween, but I'm going to use it all year because it's a ghost eating a donut. And why I can't think of a time that a ghost eating a donut wouldn't be appropriate, really. So there. So that is another work in progress. Oh, and it's hanging out in this bag that was a collaboration bag from last year. And this is pretty much how my bags live all the time. I don't know about y'all, but mine end up getting turned over and like bucket style all the time. And then when I need to go somewhere, they just fold up, and most of the interfacing that I use, it doesn't it doesn't leave creases and whatnot. So sometimes the thicker interfacing that I use will leave a little bit of a crease over time if you fold it down a bunch, but for the most part, they don't. So that is that work in progress. I have, let's see, what else? Okay, this is a good one. I basically have been knitting a lot of socks again. I know. It's just the best way for me to relax and get to know yarn. Oh, okay. In the middle of a row, and I can't even remember the last time that I worked on this project. So we're going to see if I can entertain you while knitting about 12 stitches. I started these socks the day after Thanksgiving, and this was my Gilmore Girls cast on. And I think I even mentioned when I bought this yarn that this is what it was going to be, and I did. I did it. So, I don't have the other yarn with me, but anyway. Okay, so this is the sock that I'm knitting. The main yarn is the Yarn at Home Mom, and it's her Dragonfly Inn colorway, named after the Dragonfly Inn on the Gilmore Girls. And this purple colorway is what I called my accidental plum when I was kind of first dyeing yarn and just experimenting. I haven't been able to recreate it like this since. Oh, I've tried a couple times, it just doesn't work. So may just be this. But I thought it went perfectly with this sock. And I've done the Fish Lips Kiss heel and the cuff, and I'm working on the leg. And this little cupcake is a Sucre from this year with a maple leaf on the top. Super sweet, like a pumpkin spice maple cupcake. I am knitting these on US 2.25 millimeter. Gosh, I'm sitting on my foot. Can't do that. My whole leg's gonna go to sleep. I'm knitting this on 2.25 millimeter. I believe these are Nova Platinas. No, not Knit Picks. Knitter's Pride Nova Platina, which is probably one of my favorite needles for sock knitting. That is that. And here's what this looks like in the cake. Fun, speckle-tastic. And then this is in one of my Urban Collection bags that I put a speckled cupcake pin on, just for fun. I got this actually from a shop that's local to me here in Houston, but this seller actually has an Etsy store. I think I still have, yes. So here is, if you're interested in sprinkle donut enamel pins, that is the seller, Chillin' Kimby, and she is chillinkimby.etsy.com, and she has this donut. I think I saw that she had a maybe there was some sort of pineapple or something, some other cute ones. So I got it locally, but you can get it on Etsy, and I will try to remember to link that all in the show notes as well. And looks like, is this the last one? No, this is the last sock whip. I started my, finally, this yarn that I bought last year, West Yorkshire Spinners Signature 4-ply, and it is the, is it called Hollyberry or something like that? I know it had a name and now I can't remember. I don't know. But I am almost done with the cuff. I'm doing a full color repeat of the cuff, and it's going well. The yarn is thin. It's a thin fingering weight. I would say thickness-wise, it is very similar to the 4-ply sock yarn that I use, the 75-25. And this is a 75% wool. It doesn't say merino, and it doesn't feel like merino. There may be some in here, but it also feels like some BFL and some other nice, sturdy, woolly wools in here. Yeah, contains 35% Blueface Luster. That's what it says there. So there's some BFL and some other things in here. But thinness-wise, it's about the same thickness as that 4-ply that I sell in my shop, and that's a lot of people sell in their shop. It's very kind of a standard. I did cake this up. So glad I did, because it was kind of a mess, and that was probably just, I don't know if it was from me storing it for a year or if it was just, but those kind of man-made skeins sometimes, like Opal and Regia and all those, sometimes they explode on themselves and it's kind of crazy. So I just decided to kick it up. Like I said, I'm happy I did. And the needles that I'm using, I picked up at my local yarn store. I guess this was on Small Business Saturday. I went up there for, she had emailed out a coupon, and so I went up there to go spend my coupon, because anytime you get emailed $10 off any purchase at a yarn store, one day only, you go to that yarn store. And I saw that she had these. I'm always looking for, I love trying new needles. Like, even if I just use them once, it is such a fun part of this knitting thing for me. I don't know why. Even more so than trying new blends of yarn. I really love trying new needles. So these are the Knitter's Pride Royale DPNs, and they're 2.25 US 1. That's what I knit all my socks on. So it is a wooden middle with a, I guess, a steel tip. So it is like a carbons, but with wood instead of carbon, basically. I love the feel of knitting with wood needles, but it also now has the benefit of having that seal, that metal tip, which is just fabulous. So I'm really, really, really enjoying these, I have to say. So that is that. Just barely passed that on a couple of days ago. Really, I could easily have more done, but as I said, it's been busy. Thanks to y'all. I'm so happy to be busy. That sounds like I'm being womp womp. No, thrilled to be busy. Please keep me busy. And this funny little story that I just have to share, I don't know why, but I just think it's fun. So I have been carrying this in this bag. This is one I made last year. This fabric is not available. Kind of the way that fabrics go, and if you're I get a lot of messages about, oh my gosh, I loved that. Can you make me one? Or, oh, I don't like it in this size, but I like it in this. Can I do that? Typically, sometimes I hoard fabrics and will save some, but very often what you see in the shop as available is what is available. Meaning I've already cut it up and it is not able to be made in any other way. Sometimes I can get fabrics again, but a lot of times, because I sew seasonally-ish, or sew with new fabric collections as they come out, sometimes they're very hard to find again, if not impossible, because they're sold out. And I have all sorts of secret backdoor search engines that will find all sorts of long out of print things, and even those, a lot of times, I mean, they're just gone. So all of that to say, I love that y'all love the things that I make, but sometimes I just can't make them again. It's not like yarn where I can just dye it again the next year. Sometimes fabric just isn't available anymore, so it just discontinues. So anyway, all of that to say, this is one of my favorites that I made last year that I had to take one of. And I opened this up to put this project in it and found this little guy. This little Lego Santa. This, I will tell you the story behind this. My kids love Legos, and this year we didn't do one. We didn't get one, mostly because I just was lame and forgot to order it, and then it was too late. They don't have any more. But we have done several years in a row the Lego Advent Calendar, and typically the last day is a Santa Lego, the 24th. And every year the kids say, well, we want to leave the Santa Lego for Santa. So then I have to like make sure that I take the Santa Lego and hide it. And so this year I hid it in this bag, obviously, because then I found it again when I opened it up. So their Santa Lego gets to travel around with me forever. Kids are so cute. Okay, so my last work in progress, well, before we talk sock blanket, this last work in progress is so luscious. It is a cashmere hat that I'm making for my grandpa. I actually just got off the phone with him right before I recorded. He called me to double check about some Christmas things and let me know that a package was coming. He is 94 years old, and sadly, we don't live close at all to him. It's about an 11-hour drive, which I realize is easily doable in a day, but it just is so far that it's a haul, and our schedules haven't allowed us to see him very often. So anyway, he's getting a cashmere hat this year. So I am using this gorgeous green. It's called In a Pickle, and it is 100% cashmere from the Plucky Knitter. I won this last year, and I can't remember who, and if it was you, please remind me. I can't remember who, but somebody, one of those Instagram things where you like comment and leave somebody else's name, you tag your friend in a post, and they tagged me, and then we won, and both of us got Plucky Knitter yarn direct from Plucky, right? And they didn't just send me any old skein, they sent me one skein of Aran weight cashmere yarn. It is like knitting with unicorns and clouds, and it's so amazing. But I found a pattern that is free. It is called, I'm looking right here, it's called Jason's Cashmere Hat. And I believe it's on the Sweet Fiber blog, but it's linked in my project pages on Ravelry. And it's a free pattern. It has a really long brim that you'll be able to cuff up if you want to. So he can do this, or he can pull it down over his ears, however he would like. And then it has this really, really cool cable pattern that's going around. So I've just done kind of the first, I think I'm halfway through the first repeat. You can see that the cables are starting there. That's this project. So I just talked to him today, and it reminded me that I really need to focus on this one and get this going. So I have put this in a bag that I got last year as part of a kit from Jingle Jingle from Molly of a Homespun House, with these sweet Christmas trees, and I love her tag right there, super cute. So that, I believe, is my last big work in progress, except for I have been working on my own little personal advent calendar. I last year coveted everyone who had various, yarny advent calendars. There was the big opal one. They did another one this year. Lots of indie dyers do them. I even thought about Canon Hand Dyes has this set of minis that's 24 minis for various themes, and one of them in particular, I don't remember the theme, but it has a lot of like pastel light colors, which I knew would be perfect for my little scrap blanket that I'm working on. And I really came very close to buying the opal and buying that Canon Hand Dyes and so many others. And then I thought, you know what, this is crazy. Like, you can even see, this basket was full to flowing over with all of the minis that I have for putting in this blanket. And I thought, this is ridiculous. I do not need any more. So I got my kids together with me, and they helped me make an advent calendar out of what I already have. So I will show you what is happening here. Oh gosh, this basket, I really need to get a brush or something sturdy and dust it out. So we put together This is in this huge basket because it's pretty much full. Uh-oh. Hold on. My computer has all these other things going in the background, and something is like trying to start Netflix, and that's not what we want. You don't want to hear Netflix going in the background, right? So anyway, Advent calendar. They helped me make it, and we just labeled a bag with numbers, and they put them in the bags and stapled them closed, so I have no idea what is in each bag. I know my only stipulation is they got it from this basket, which were all minis that were destined for this project. And then I told them if it was I have some that are packages, like I've got some from Lammy Toes that are, tin skeins from Lammy Toes that I said, don't break into those yet. Because I want to put those in kind of together. But other than that, like anything that's loose, that's, have at it. And so they have, and I've kept up with every day. Last night I was working on it in bed before I fell asleep so that I didn't get behind, but they're little squares and they don't take very long. But it is going so well. So this is just going to be a forever project. I don't care. Here it is so far. So Advent-wise, I've had these two. This one I put in before Advent. This is some of that Yarn at Home Mom right there from the socks that I showed you. But these two and then these three were all Advent. So this was some cephalopod in this pretty kind of deep purple color. I don't remember what it was called. This was Oloops. After the Storm, I believe. It was the kind of the official Rainbow Along colorway from last year, which that is coming up soon, and I'm lining up people for that. Y'all are going to be so excited. I cannot wait. Spoiler, there will be some awesomeness. More details to come closer to the end of the year, but it will be happening again. Okay, so this one is Mustache Yarn in the Daily Eggs colorway. It really just got, these squares are so little that it just got a little bit. This one is Effie from 2F by Hand, and this, I don't remember. I know I made a sweater for a coworker out of this yarn, a coworker's grandbaby. It's way back in my Ravelry pages. I could go and figure out what the yarn is. It's like Mountain Bear. I have no idea, no clue. But if you really want to know, you can go back in my Ravelry pages. But it's a pretty kind of tonal purple. So that is it so far. I've had a couple of people ask on Instagram and Instagram about this. Oh, and in the show notes for YouTube. I am knitting these on 2.5 millimeter, which I believe is a size 1.5. These are signature 7-inch needles. I would estimate, I'm 44 squares, 44 stitches, and they are finishing at probably about 2 inches per square. Someone asked me that, and if I don't remember to go back on Instagram and tell you, that's what it is. But I'm really just loving this. I have, either have swap memories or personal memories with each of these yarns so far, and it's just really, really awesome. I love these projects. I just love them. So that is my Advent calendar. Oh, and I can open up today's on the air. I have a little stitch marker here that I don't want to lose. Okay, so today is day 6. Crinkle, crinkle. Ooh, pretty. Ooh, nice. Thank can't believe I don't have any of this in here yet. Huh, I sure don't. This is Hedgehog Teacup. It's so bright, it's like glaring. Here we go. It's that natural with the brown and pink specks. The white just wants to blow out for sure. But it's Hedgehog Teacup. And that will be today's. Fun, fun, fun. Okay. And then I pulled out, because, you know, you're supposed to. I haven't worked on this, but I pulled out, okay, what Christmas bags do I have from last year? This has a big Jingle Bell from, I think, Molly at the Homespun House. This was that Advent shawl that I was working on last year. I think I got to like day 10 or 11 even. Maybe I'll pick it up on day 10 or 11 this year and see if I can finish it. But I should really pull this back out and work on it. It's looking good. It's very pretty. I love all the stitches. So there's that. This is a Fat Squirrel bag. And then I have one more bag that I need to fill, but I have some yarn that I'll show you that I think is going to fill it. And this is the lovely Michelle from Studio in the Green. That's where I got this one. With the awesome divided pouch sock sacks. These are some of my favorite. Okay, so that brings us to Hello Lovelies. I have some things to show you. It's so funny because I really feel like I'm doing good and then something happens and I go crazy. You know, something happens like Christmas and Christmas yarn. So this is a dyer that I have purchased from before. She is local Texas dyer. I think she lives in the Dallas area. But this is Brazen Stitchery. There we go. Brazen Stitchery. And this colorway is a self-striping colorway called You'll Shoot Your Eye Out. I believe it's from The Christmas Story, which I have never seen. I know, right? Never seen The Christmas Story. There's a lot of Christmas movies I haven't seen. I know I need to watch it. I think I have to pay for it everywhere. Maybe I just need to find a channel that it comes on, and anyway, I'll figure that out. But I've never seen A Christmas Story. I've tried to watch it a couple times and either got distracted or I don't know, but anyway. But this one has a green stripe, a red stripe, and then this confetti colored like lights stripe, which I'm super, super excited about. She put a little Christmas pencil, and it is on a glitter base for Paparazzi sock. It looks like it's maybe gold stellina. Yeah, it's gold stellina. 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 5% stellina. Super fun. These are going to get cast on pretty quickly. I have no intentions of finishing all these pairs of Christmas socks. I just like to cast them on during Christmas. I got my last month of the Hedgehog Fiber Club. I did not re-up, not because I didn't want to, but because I was trying to be fiscally responsible and to let somebody else have a turn, right? Right? That's it. Just go with that. It was really because I just didn't need to spend $150 on more hedgehog yarn. But these two colors, these are, oh, if you haven't gotten your club shipment, spoiler, but it's been like 3 weeks, so you probably have. But these are the, I guess, November yarns. This top one is called Bubblicious, and the bottom one is called Waterfall. And I actually think that they would look good in a two-color shawl together. I think they would be fun together. That is my last Hedgehog Yarn Club shipment. And then, as I mentioned earlier, I went to my OIS for her small business Saturday sale. I got the Royale yarn, the Royale needles, the DPNs. I got this, sorry, shake, shake, shake. I got this sock yarn because I have never tried it. I've never seen it before, and it was just so beautiful. Very, like, these would be fun to knit in the spring with these colors. But it is Italian sock yarn, and they're 50-gram balls. I just thought those colors were so pretty, right? And it looks like it's going to do like an Arnie and Carlos Fair Isle type of patterned striping. I think it's just going to be super fun. 75% superwash wool, 25% polyamide. And it's one of those that has a number. It's colored number 72. This is Lane Cervinia. So there you go. I got that. I got 2 different colors of Malabrigo. This is Mecca. These are very un-Diane colors, but I just could not leave the store without them. Oh, and all the yarn was on sale too. I think it was like 10 or 15% off. Just every skein of yarn in the whole store. Plus I had the $10 coupon. It was a good deal. These are both Mecca. This is Anniversario colorway. So it's lots of those blues and purples and cranberry colors. It's very pretty. These will probably be hats. And then this is going to be an amazing boy hat. Either for my husband or one of the boys, I don't know. But this colorway is called, I guess, Potion. I don't know how you would say that in whatever language is spoken in Peru. Spanish? Portuguese? I don't know. But it's that colorway. And it's these really awesome, this color right there is so pretty. Just these really pretty dark, dusky blues and reds and greens. So, and then it kind of gets this light area in there. It's so pretty. Super excited about this one. And this one I got to make a hat for me, I believe, just because, again, this looked like my colors. This is Rios, Malabrigo Rios, in the Illusion colorway, and with those mauves and grays, and a little bit of that kind of mossy green. Very pretty. So that is Hello Lovelies for this week. One of these days, when I have a few extra minutes that do not have to be dedicated to the business in any way, I need to update my Ravelry so bad. I do not think I have updated new yarn in Ravelry since before I went to Colorado in the summer, like July. And it's getting out of control. I have a huge bag full of stash that needs to be put in Ravelry, and it makes me, and I don't knit with it until it's in Ravelry, and there's some stuff I really, really, really want to knit with. So, there you go. Okay, so the last thing that we're going to talk about is shop news. So if you are not interested in hearing about yarn or bags, then I totally understand. Thank you so much for watching. That is it for my works in progress and all of my creating of knitted things, and I will see you next time. If you are here to stay for a shop update, then I really appreciate it, and again, I'm excited to show you what I've been working on. So as far as bags, I have 4 bags that will be hitting the shop tomorrow. I heard the overwhelming cry for more of the cat bag, and I had enough. This is a little bit shorter than my normal bag, and quite honestly, I almost like the size better. Like that 1 inch shorter just makes a huge difference. I don't know. But I have 2 of these. This was it. This is it for the fabric that I have. I don't know if I can get any more. I've seen that it's pretty hard to get. But I have 2 of these cat bags. And that's it. There are no more dog bags. I'm out of the dog fabric. And it has all the little names of various breeds of cats inside. So this is a little bit shorter than my regular bags. As you can see, like by 1 inch or so. Well, 1 inch exactly, because that's how it's cut. But with sewing, yeah, about 1 inch shorter. But still plenty of room for a pair of socks. So I will have 2 of these available, and that's it. I have, this is a new bag that's going in the shop. It's got these llamas and foxes and wintry trees and Fair Isle sweaters and birds with Fair Isle motifs, and then this bottom part has all these mittens that are different designs. Super cute. The inside, this may be my favorite part, is this coral colored knitted cable. And there will be, I don't know, a handful of these available. A Fair Isle winter. Maybe that's what I'll call it. Fair Isle winter. There will be 2, I found enough fabric to make 2 more of these little Pixie Noel bags, and it has the lining. And then this is the newest Urban Collection bag, a Christmas colored version, which I thought was super cute. This one's very sturdy. I use a heavier interfacing on my Urban Collection bags just because I feel like the linen likes it a little more. I just like the crispness of it. I also used, if you like my anniversary bags, the pink and the gray, it's the same interfacing as that. Also the same interfacing for those that were able to get last week or 2 weeks ago, the ones like the Cabled Love and some of those, the reindeer bag, the ones that have the linen bottoms, I always use the heavier interfacing on. I prefer it. I like the way that the fabric plays with that. So anyway, this has the larger kind of buffalo check on the outside and then the little bitty version on the inside, and a green linen bottom. Super cute. And there will be, I have 6 of these. I can possibly make more if there's interest, but I know that, you know, holidays are coming soon, so maybe not everyone for forever is going to want red and green, but I thought it would be fun for now. So that is the bags that are going to go in the shop. Okay, so here is yarn. I heard from y'all that you still were interested in Holly Jolly, which is the speckled colorway. I actually have 2 sort of coordinate sets with the green. God, that color is really, sun is washing out. It's brighter green than that's showing. It's not quite as, in real life, it's super bright. Anyway, but there are these 50-gram sets, and I will sell them as a set so that you can do whatever you want to make with them. But you'll have enough for heels and toes, for sure. 50 grams should be enough for like the body of a sock, and at least it is for me, and you can plan it out how you want. But there'll be 2 of these sets. I have Holly Jolly also full skeins on my sock base, and I just call it sock base because to me, sock needs to have nylon, and so sock yarn needs to have nylon in it. So it's Suburban Stitcher sock yarn, which will always be my 75-25 base, which is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. So I have Holly Jolly on sock. I really liked this version of it. Like, it just came out, the color's super bright, a lot of it. So that one's gonna be pretty. I also have some of it on my new glitter sock, which will be, it's a gold stellina. So it's 75% merino, 20% nylon, 5% stellina, I believe. And it's gold stellina. Super, you're not going to see the sparkles, but there we go. Right there. So that's, I have that. I have, sorry, I'm running out of lap room here. Hold on. I shake the thing, I'm sorry. I have 2 skeins of, oh, I need to cut my ties to this. Such a mess. This is a new colorway called Bomb Pop, because that's what it looks like to me. I think that it will kind of spiral pool, but it's like turquoise and red. Bomb Pop. I have a new colorway called Cinder, which is playing around with gray. And who doesn't need a good gray tonal for just about anything? So I will have Cinder on sock yarn. And I have some Cinder on glitter sock, which you can totally see. I mean, it pops on this glitter sock. There's something about this color. It is mesmerizing to me. So glitter sock. And then I have another, I have this, if it's dry in time, which I hope it will be. It's not stained up because it really needs to go back to hanging. But I just kind of have it like this right now. But this is just an experiment. I got some new dye colors and just threw some things in a pot. So this will just be called probably Experiment 2. So who knows if it would ever get recreated. But it's pretty, right? So hopefully that will be dry in time for me to photograph it and get it up in the update. But it's super fun and pretty. Yep, experiment dye, kind of tonally, it would probably, I don't know what it would do. It's an experiment. Hence called Experiment, but it's very pretty. I love the colors. And then the last thing is I have this other colorway, again playing with tonal grays, on a new base. Some of them are a little lighter and some are a little darker, but I'll show you a couple. This is, I'm calling this Liquid Silver, and this is on, oh my gosh, it looks so amazing and iridescent right there. This is on my, I think I'm just gonna call it, I don't know, Silky Single Ply, maybe? But it is a 70% superwash merino, 30% silk, and it is a single ply fingering weight. Y'all know my love affair with single ply yarn, and this I put in the dye pots, and it literally just looked like a liquid silver to me. And do y'all remember those? They were really super popular, like either in the late 80s or 90s. They were called liquid silver jewelry, and it was like these just dozens of little bitty chains of very fine little silver bead or silver, I don't even know what it was, but it was like this super, super thin, almost solid looking silver chains. And this reminds me of it so much. So this is liquid silver. And this is on a single ply merino silk blend, perfect for shawls. Y'all know I love knitting shawls and I love single ply yarn. So it was destined to be part of part of the Suburban Stitcher collection to have some single ply yarn somewhere. So I hope that that is some exciting things for you. This will most likely be the last the last bit of Holly Jolly that I dye for the year, just because we're getting, close enough to time that it's not time for holiday speckles anymore. So I think this will be it. So if you're interested in it, then please go ahead and get it, and you can knit yourself some socks this year or for next year. So anyway, thank y'all so much for joining in again this week. I just am so grateful every day that y'all allow me to spend my time in this room that I have made my own and make lovely things in to share with you so that you can make lovely things for you and your families. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a lovely week or two until I see you again. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.